Hello, my name is Sonny Greenwich Jr. and today I'm mostly going to be talking about how I use my DJI microphones. Woohoo! So one of the things I'm trying to figure out with the DJI mics is to use them to get stereo sound effects. I'm going to split the mics apart across the backyard here and see whether or not the stereo field is really good. I didn't manage to get the stereo recording working with the DJI mics. After trying so many takes yesterday to try and figure out how to make this thing work in stereo, I realized it will not record in stereo to an iPhone using the adapter that comes with the DJI mics. Apparently, the little dongle that goes into the iPhone is only mono. Basically, it's back to the drawing board. What I'm going to try instead is just to take the two mics. I've got one on here. Record left-right internally to them into the computer and sync those two files. So it's a little bit convoluted to do it that way, but it will work. What I was hoping is that I would be able to just put it straight onto my iPhone. I've always got my iPhone with me, so it seemed like the most logical thing to do. There's a company called Saramonic, and they do actually make a cable that'll run from the receiver to your iPhone, which will record in stereo, but it's 59 euros. For 59 euros, I guess I'll just do it the old-fashioned way and sync it in post. The stereo does work if you're going into your camera, for instance. In terms of doing field sound recording and stuff like that, it would have been much easier if it worked right into my iPhone. Overall, I'm loving these microphones though. I didn't buy them to do stereo field recording. I bought them to record with several cameras at the same time. I haven't really been using the receiver at all. I like actually having the recordings done directly on the transmitter. I don't have to be tethered to anything. And also, if I'm using several different camera angles, I don't have to switch the receiver from camera to camera to camera, which was one of my problems initially when I first bought the Rode Go, which was only one transmitter and one receiver. If you're using more than one camera, you can't sync the sound to the camera. The sound from the DJI Osmo Pocket isn't as good as the sound from the GoPro, which isn't as good as the sound from the M1, which isn't as good as the sound from the M6. It's just convoluted. I got these for exactly the reason that I'm using them, which is to record my voice. I don't have to be hooked to the receiver for my voice to come through. Apparently, 70% of you are not subscribed to the channel. Go on down below and subscribe. Hit the bell button, smash the stuff, you know what to do. The thing is tiny. I mean, it's really compact. You can see what is being recorded and the volumes. It shows you whether you're recording a mono or stereo. It also how much battery you have. It recharges them, which is fantastic. The only thing that would be better is if it fit in there with the little dead cat on it. When I start doing the podcasts, I'll be able to, when I'm in person with someone, to actually mic each other up, and that will give me a left-right to the camera, single camera, and then we'll be able to pan and also correct for the volumes and that sort of thing. The greatest thing about it is that you don't need to use the receiver altogether. It actually makes things a lot more simple. What I've been doing is just turning it on and off. I don't have, an hour's worth of sound, and then I sync them up in Final Cut Pro. Now this leads me to believe that maybe I should be using timecode of some sort, but that gets into a whole other ballgame, which I think is just too complicated. Just to show you the settings that I use, open this up, let it turn on, then I'll take the transmitter out. So then I'll flick it down, and I'll change the mono to stereo, left, right. Flick it back up one level. Then I'll move over to the transmitter settings. Click on that. Move over to the record stop lock. Turn that on. One level back up. One over again to the auto record. Turn that on. One level up again. Another level up. Another level up, and we're out. And that's how I set that up. This time we're going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to attach the receiver to the camera. Take these out now. Put the little wind muffs on. Just going to connect the receiver to the camera with a little cable. Here we go, testing the stereo Foley out. Bird over here. And trees, sort of, over here. Hopefully that worked. Internal recorders are on. I'll have both a straight audio and the audio that's going to the camera. It's given me a newfound freedom now that the weather is actually nice here in Ireland. I think 5 days in a row of nice weather, which is pretty much unheard of here. And also temperatures are unheard of. In Cork City, which is about 20 minutes from here, 30 degrees today. I'm not sure that they've ever had it that hot. And it's 26 here. I'm loving it. $3.39 here in Europe, worth every penny and very, very easy to use.